Alright, hey everybody, back online here, making a video, about to do a race with 9 or 10 other guys here on the Rennsport Founders track, which was really cool, that they put this track together for Founders with all of our names on it that were part of the founding group of supporters for the sim. And they've got a league, like a regional league that runs on, I think it's every week or so, um, and on Thursday nights. So I'm going to try to run in some of these, and for at least a little bit if I can, and just have fun with it. It's a track that I've only done just a few laps on. I did one small little race with it. So I'll kind of be learning, honestly, the line and all those things as we go here. But we'll start with a little qualifying. I think it'll be 7 minutes of qualifying. And just gives everybody a little bit of time to kind of get ready. And we'll see where we line up. And then I think it's a 35-minute race. I picked a Porsche GT3. I like this first corner. It's a real fun sweeper. This is a fantasy track, but it's a really cool track. Oh, I overshot that. Yeah. That's just an issue of me not knowing the track. Oh, apparently I only got 2 laps. That's a shame. Okay, well, no big deal. Won't have the best starting position. Let's go ahead to the pit. Yeah, take a look at my setup here a little bit. Car felt pretty good. I lowered the air pressure just slightly. 3.5 camber, 2.5 on the rear. Traction controls at 8. A lot of ABS on the car. I'm going to stay with that. Didn't feel too bad, actually. It's a pretty high downforce track, in my opinion, so I'm going to run max wing. And it's a 35-minute race. I think about 20 gallons of fuel should be enough. Run about 21 gallons. And at this point in the game, I'm not going to mess with the diff. So it looks like we're going to have good mix of cars. A McLaren, BMW, Ford, Mercedes. I'm in the Porsche. I seem to be the only Porsche. A few McLarens, actually. All right, hit ready to go. 9 of us here. I'd like to see a little bit bigger group. Kind of surprised we didn't have a few more guys. But that's okay. You can also see that this is cross-platform, so guys are on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, which is kind of cool. This is a long race, so I'm going to just try to settle in. Don't really want to mix it up with these guys too much. Just trying to kind of settle in here. Still kind of learning the track. Where I can push, where I can't, what gears I need to be in. It's a really fun track. It flows really well. What they did is you can see down the front stretch here, all of our names are on the pavement on the right-hand side in the orange area. It's a really cool feature. You can't really see them at speed, but everyone who was a founding member, you can see the names kind of to the right, little white areas. Kind of overdriving that corner a little bit. Real tricky apexes. This is actually going to be my fastest lap because I'm kind of starting to figure them out a little bit more. I love this first corner. Yeah, really swing it in wide there on the entry. Tire wear looks okay. The exit to the pits is really cool. It's in this cave to the left, or or a mountain side. It's like a tunnel. Real neat sort of touch they did on it. A little wide. Kind of a little bit of a lonely race. I'm about 40 seconds ahead of the guy behind me. The guy ahead of me, I can see him, but can't say I'm catching him. Ugh. Ooh, car around. That corner is so fun. Never gets old going through there. It's banked really good and it's just so high speed. Yellow flag. Oh, this is for position. Actually, this is 7th place. I wish the HUD was a little more descriptive. The guy behind me is 3.5 seconds, but he's a lap down to me. I wish it would color code him, kind of like it does in iRacing. The guy behind him is actually who I'm racing. He's about 5.5 seconds back. I love the flag stands. They're like little tents. Well, no, those aren't flag stands. Flag stands are more traditional. I don't know what those are, volunteer areas or something? Yeah, like little hospitality tents is what they are. They're a little further off the track than I thought they were. Oh, I got a little lost there. See the names I'm going over? I allowed this guy to get closer to me. Leader's only about 7 or 8 seconds behind me. Really using that traction control through that first corner. Big old long sweeper. Okay, this is the leader. See if I can learn a little bit from his line. I noticed he took a really tight line through that first corner. wide there. Tires are starting to wear a little bit. The game just really looks great. Really solid multiplayer. So a lot of core things that they've done well. A lot of work it still needs. And I feel like the cars need a little more feel to them. It's not much, but just a little. Some of it could be that I just need to dial in the force feedback settings a little bit more too, but I don't feel bad by any means. It's definitely a sim. I'd like to feel the car a little bit more around the limit, is I think what it is. Like, feel it when it, just that I know just how far I can push it and when it may break loose. It's not giving me enough cues there. I can definitely tell it's, you know, like anything, you got to be smooth to turn a fast lap. Looks like the fastest lap in here tonight's been a 105. Fastest lap for me has been a 107.8. So, you know, definitely have some. I'm probably not driving it hard enough, and I've just been driving default setup. Haven't really made any tweaks or anything, so I'll have to play with that some too. They're about to come out with a patch in about a week as well, their first patch for the release version, which is supposed to fix and tune a few things. So I'm interested to see how that looks and what the changelog is there. People are still building up their ranks. I'm a founder, so my rank was a little bit higher, which is, I think, partly why, you know, today's still the first day of the release of the game, and I had 72-hour access to it ahead of time. So, you know, that's why we probably only had about 10 guys in this lobby. The lobbies were pretty healthy, in just sort of some of the lower level races as guys build up their rank. So that's encouraging. Oh, I missed it there. Should be the last lap. It doesn't really give you a good white flag indicator, I've noticed. It's something else that needs to be added. Alright, so finished one lap down to these guys. Give it a second for everybody to finish running. And then we'll see kind of... There's one guy still trying to finish his lap. So it looks like I gained quite a bit of XP. Okay. And my rating... Let's see, Rennsport rating went down 2. My safety rating went up 0.4, so that's nice. So yeah, there you go. That is the race, that is the sim. And get this video posted, and we'll catch you guys next time. Take care.